Welcome everyone to More with Gabby, where you always get more with me, even a double O in more. I know that you've been on this journey with me. It started out with first episode told you a little bit about me, then the next one how life coaching changed my life, and now we're going to dive into the deep stuff, the good stuff, right? So today we're going to talk about fear. What is fear? To me, fear is false evidence appearing real because it's false. We totally make that. We totally bring everything into our thoughts. We think of every way possible that it's not going to happen, but then it's just not there. So we are just putting those thoughts because it's easier, it gives comfort. Fear is fear should really be and is a way for us to sense danger, a way for us to sense, to forewarn us that there's something out there, there's something coming, something happening. But we're constantly fearing death. We're constantly fearing what if it goes wrong. We're constantly fearing, losing identity, losing so much, and the fear of things going the south and this and that, and we're attracting the bad. Whatever we put out there is what we're going to attract. So it's important that you go out there and don't put that false evidence appearing real out there. That you put great evidence, great expectations, things that are going to happen. For example, today I was fearing the fact of running. I was fearing the fact of running because I was scared that, and I feared that this pain that I'm suffering on my leg and my hip, it was going to come back. But I just kept putting great thoughts like, no, Gabby, you're going to get through it. You're going to do this. And I was able to get through a mile. I had to walk and run the second mile, and then I had to walk the third mile, right? But here's the thing, it got done. It got done. And there was an actual pain. But I wasn't attracting it. Because I wasn't attracting it, I actually completed 3 miles at the end of the day. So when we're out there with our careers, our entrepreneurship, everything that we got going for ourselves, it's important that we're not putting false thoughts, false evidence in our heads that appears real, but it's not real. It's not there. It's not going to happen. So that comes from us. And the reason we fear things is because, well, remember, all I share is perspective. You may not agree with me. You might have a different perspective. I invite you to come be a guest on my podcast and we can share thoughts. I love learning. I love growing, and I can learn from you. So remember, when we put negative things out there, when we're in our journey, in our career, and we fear of taking the next step, it can come perhaps from things that happen in our childhood. Maybe we grew up in a childhood where we were constantly be told, no, if you act up or do this or do that, we're going to spank you. That's bad. Because of this culture stigma, we don't do that. So now you fear because you're in that culture, or now you fear because you want to be different and you want to do what you wanted. And now you're scared because you grew up being told, no, you're not going to amount to anything. No, us in this culture don't do that. Or, that's only for certain people. So we grew up with all these stereotypes, these things, and people telling us things, what they expected of us. And I'm here to tell you that you can heal from those things. I was told, when I was growing up, that I wasn't going to amount to anything. That I grew up, saying that us, Hispanics don't do that, don't do this. And I've broken every barrier because I want to be able to lead other people to believing that they can too. You don't have to fall into stereotypical things. You don't have to fall into the expectations of other people of you. The only one that should have expectations in your life, it's you. And only you are allowed to raise the bar. How does that feel? When I learned that, when I had that breakthrough, it was another ball game. Literally, it was something else. I was just free to go, right? See, fear weakens the immune system. Fear attracts bad. Fear starts making you feel lethargic. It starts making you do things. You fall into depression because you're not being who you want to be. And I am telling you from my own personal experience. I'm not telling you because I'm this guru, doctor, but you can look things up. I'm telling you from what I went through in my life. So it attracts bad things. It's very unpleasant feeling, and it sucks being stuck. It sucks not doing things because you fear things. But again, it's us taking that first step. And the only one that can decide to take the first step, it's really you. And you have that power. You can totally do that. But are you willing to do that? Are you willing to break your generational traits? Are you willing to really embark on the journey that only pertains to you, that you are going to design? And that's what my life coach did to me. It gave me clarity. Like, it was okay to be me. It was okay to go against the grain. It was okay to, really go on that journey. And another thing was that I had to really come into sense. I had to come into sense in my own faith. In my own faith, in whatever you believe. I am not here to Bible thumb you. I'm not here to tell you what to belong, what to be, or anything. I am just here to express what I feel, what I am, and who I am. And because I'm okay with it. I'm so okay with it that if you disagree with me, I'm okay with you disagreeing. Because that's why we live in a country where we have the right to have our own beliefs. So I came to a realization where I knew I had to be okay with me within me so that the fear can go away. And the only thing that I should fear is not being okay with God. That's really the only thing to fear. Because mistakes, we fall, and then what happens? We're afraid of what people are going to think. We're afraid of what people are going to say. We're afraid of being ridiculed. But I'm not afraid of that. I don't fear that. I love it when people come and try to say, well, you shouldn't have done that. Like, that's why that happened to you. I was like, no. Excuse you. I learned from that. I am who I am because I fail. I am who I am because I didn't have fear to take the next step. I am who I am because I'm willing to be vulnerable and show people, look, guys, it's not all like sunshine and rainbows. Yes, the hair looks good, the makeup looks good right now, but like 15-20 minutes ago, I literally was in pain on a track, stretching myself out. It didn't look good. It didn't look cute. But that, again, those are it's that false evidence that life is perfect. Life is not perfect. Life can be unfair if you sit there and make it unfair for yourself. But you have total control of making those changes. You have total control of not having fear. You have total control of learning when you fall. You have total control of going beyond and going against the grain. So going beyond expectations and going against the grain, because it's your life. The fear that comes in is because it's unknown. You don't know the other side. You don't know what to expect on the other side. But it's okay. See, if life came with a manual, I think that it would be a perfect life. But just know that you're perfect for you. You're perfect for what you were meant to be. So you just have to dig deep down and do what you want to be, what career path you want to grow, what type of person you want to be, what entrepreneur path you're going to follow. And that's going to be okay. Because it's okay to experience life with each other. It's okay to go on the other side and go through the little bumps and knacks and things that are going to happen. That is meant to shape us. So what are you really scared of? And I get it. We all have different upbringings and different things that, have happened to us in the past. But that's the goal of healing from those things, because hurt people hurt people. I will be a fan of that all my life, that hurt people. And until you heal that hurt, then you're not going to fear. Then you're not going to hurt people. So being okay with you. What is okay being with you mean? Okay with you being is like I've mentioned, and I will be repetitive of this because I want this to stay with you. Okay is accepting yourself for who you are, for what you want, who you want to become, and who you will be. And it's okay that it's not what other people want of you. Because at the end, who deals with you? You do. Who at the end goes to sleep and has to say, did I do everything that I wanted today? Can you close your eyes and say, did I accomplish my mission? Did I give it my all today? And if you're not giving it your all, it's either because we need structure, it's either because we are not in the path field or in the area that we want to be. There could be so many things, but it's digging deep down to finding that root of that. A lot of times we deal with things superficially that we don't see what the root can stem to. So, example, my foot started hurting. And all I did was ice it and tape it. And I thought I was done. 3 weeks later, I find that the root of that is actually my sciatica. And that it goes all the way to my hip because I didn't treat the root. Now I got to treat the superficial part of it and also got to treat the root of it. So I got two things to deal with when I could have just dealt with one thing, right? So our childhood, our upbringings could have been the roots that we have, and we never treated them, and we always just put that superficial facade. So now we got to deal with the roots of fear. And I went through that journey. I was scared of, letting people know, hey, this is the path that I'm going to go, because people didn't agree with me. I was scared of telling people no. I felt like I had to please people. But why should I please people at the cost of an unpleasant feeling for myself? We're taught to be givers, but here's the thing. In order to give, we have to have a full tank. And sometimes we're giving from an empty tank. It does us no purpose. It would do me no purpose to sit here and have an empty tank and try to fill your heart, give you something to take away if I didn't fill my tank. I read books, I meditate, I manifest, I make sure that I'm okay with me, that I'm out there putting my miles, because running to me is my space where I can literally manifest, I can meditate, and it's my me time. But I have to be able to go away from the fear of telling people no. I have to go away from the fear of people telling me, you're Latina, you're never going to make it in the corporate world. I made it. Thank you very much. You're welcome. I showed you the way. And I guarantee you, there is many Latinas out there doing the same thing, right? I will not fall into the stereotypicals. I will not fall into anything that people have put out there for me. I am going to go out there and conquer every single thing that I wrote in my goals. I am going to be fearless. There's a difference. I am going to be fearless and protecting my dream. I am going to be fearless of paving the path for many other entrepreneurs, whether you're Latina, whether you're American, wherever you are from, wherever your roots are from. I want to open pathways, and I will be fearless in protecting that and putting in work every single day so that the false evidence appearing real in anyone's head, anyone's thoughts out there, go away. Because you have the power. And it is up to you to decide that. here's the thing. Why go in the route of fear when it weakens your immune system? Like I said, it attracts bad, it's unpleasant, it's lethargic, it's draining, when it takes the same exact energy to be fearless of those things and go out there and accomplish your dreams. And I get it, it's the unknown. We've talked about that. But I'm talking to you watching this podcast today or listening to this podcast to you. I am talking to you directly. Why? Why are you in fear right now? In fear of what? I want to hear from you. Drop your comments, send me an email, subscribe to my newsletter. I want to hear from you. I want to know. Because a life coach gave me breakthrough. And then if I can give you clarity, I want to be able to help you. I want to be able to help you have breakthroughs and have that breakthrough of fear. Because once we break through fear, the world is out there. And it sounds so cliche, but the sky is the limit. Do you have the sky? I know you have the sky. I believe you can conquer the sky. And guess what? There's room for you up there too. There is room for every single one of you guys listening to this podcast today. Don't let fear be the reason why you haven't broken through. Don't let fear be the reason why you're still stuck in a rut race. Don't let fear be the reason why you're stuck in a place where you don't want to be in your career. Don't let fear be the reason why you don't finish that degree, why you don't jump into entrepreneurship, why you don't become who you want to be. Because you have the power, and I'm here to help you. In whatever area I can help you break through from fear, I want to be able to help you. Remember, subscribe to my newsletter, follow us on Instagram. The link is for YouTube is right below. The link is in the bio for Instagram, and a newsletter is coming out every Monday. Remember that. Next episode, I will be with my life coach, and we'll be diving deep into how that looked, how it became, and how I had many breakthroughs and those fears that I had of taking that next step, because it's not perfect, and I don't want you to think it's perfect, but it's possible. It is possible, and I am telling you right now, into your head, into your soul, that whatever you want your life to amount to, it is possible, and I am that possible. And repeat that. Say it to yourself. I am that possible. Guys, so follow me. Great stuff coming onto our Instagram account. That's the best way to stay in touch, up to date with my life. And if you have any questions, that's a good way to reach me too as well. My email, Gabby@morewithgabby.com. And then again, you can reach me in through many channels. We are starting our Facebook page this upcoming week, and as we are preparing into the holidays. But don't forget, you will not skip a beat with me, because you can always get more with me. So you will get an episode every Monday, including on the holiday weeks. And always remember, you get more with Gabby, even a double O and more.